Xbox continues to enhance backwards compatibility, now giving us more options on where we can play. So this was a post release on Xbox Wire this morning telling us that there are going to be 16 new backwards compatibility games making their way over to xCloud. Now, before we get into this any further, if you guys are new here and you enjoy what you see throughout this video, I'd really appreciate you hitting that subscribe button to help this channel grow and help grow this community so we can have great conversations in the comments below. So I've said this many times, if you are somebody who has been watching my videos, you will know that one of my favorite things about the Xbox Series X and S is its backwards compatibility, how it enhances the games with the auto HDR and the FPS boost, and really just gives you a brand new experience when you're playing these older generation games. Some of the biggest jumps you'll see is when you are playing an OG Xbox game and it has that auto HDR feature, it has that increase in resolution. It's almost like it's a brand new game when you compare it to its original form. And now we're going to get the option to play 16 more games on xCloud from the OG Xbox and the Xbox 360 era, just giving us more options on where we can play these games, giving us the option to take these games on the go with us anywhere that we want. And I think it's a great feature, especially with these older retro games. So here's the post, and they say here that they've listened to the feedback going all the way back to the earliest cloud gaming preview, and they are making these previous generation games available on mobile devices because it's one of the most requested features by the community. So people are going to be able to now access these older games anywhere they're going, and if they have saves from like when they first played these games back on the Xbox 360, they're going to be able to actually get those saves right now on xCloud, so you can really just continue from where you were. Which, I mean, that alone, that save feature, having the cloud, if you're playing it on your Series X or S, or even if you still have a 360 and you're playing it on that 360 but you have an Xbox Game Pass subscription, you're going to be able to have those saves uploaded to the cloud. And it's kind of like the Nintendo Switch. Although the Nintendo Switch is its own proprietary console, one of the biggest selling features for the Nintendo Switch here in North America and around the world is the fact that it is mobile. Especially you see in the Asian countries, the Nintendo Switch is selling like crazy. It still sells like crazy. And I think one of the main reasons it does sell so well is because it is a mobile gaming device. And you can see Xbox is kind of leaning into that a little bit with this cloud gaming. Instead of actually making a proprietary Xbox portable console, they know with their technology, with Azure, with xCloud, they're going to be able to turn everybody's cell phone into a mobile gaming device. And I think it's a very smart move going forward for Xbox. So here are the games coming over to the cloud. There are actually a bunch of good games. I mean, you have all of the Gears of War on there, you have Fable 2, you have Fallout New Vegas, and then you have specific games here that will have touch controls enabled. So we have Jetpack Refueled and both of the Viva Pinata games. So you won't even need to connect a Bluetooth controller to your phone if you want to play those games specifically. Now, there are other games on xCloud that do have touch enabled controls. And I think the touch enabled controls is just a great feature to have if you don't have like a Bluetooth controller on you. Me personally, I hate touch controls, so I would always want to have a controller attached, but that option is available. And I hate to make this comparison because I'm not trying to fuel console wars or anything, but if you look at Xbox's doing compared to PlayStation with backwards compatibility, it's literally night and day. I completely disagree with the opinion that new consoles are only made for new games. We can see how well Xbox has been doing with their backwards compatibility and how they have made the Xbox appealing to play these older games. If you're somebody who hasn't picked up a Series X or S yet, one of the main reasons you may pick it up now is to be able to have access to this older back catalog of games, or maybe a lot of stuff you still haven't experienced and want to experience. And the best place to be able to do that will be on the Xbox Series X and S. And I know for me personally, I have a large back catalog of games. I love going back and playing older games and retro games. It's just something I really enjoy. And I think there is a huge crowd out there that does enjoy that. For gaming, it's a art form that has lasted for many years now. I mean, it's spanned all the way back from like the Atari until now. And sure, there are a lot of games that haven't aged well and just won't be fun to play, but especially during the OG Xbox era and the Xbox 360 era, there are still so many great games that are just as enjoyable to play today as they were back when they first released. So I'm all for getting more and more backwards compatibility and continuing to support these titles, because I just think it's a great thing to keep this series alive, to get people into games they've never tried before, and really opening up people's horizons to maybe discover something that they would have never discovered if it wasn't for this backwards compatibility. Anyways, guys, that's it for me. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Are you going to be checking out any of these games on xCloud? Are you excited to be able to take some of these older titles on the go and either pick up from where you left off way back or start a brand new save file? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button if you're new here and you like what you see throughout this video. I'd really appreciate you hitting that subscribe button to help this channel grow and help grow this community so we can have great conversations in the comments below. I will be streaming Outriders tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you guys want to just come by, hang out, we could talk about what's going on in the news and just talk about Outriders and what we think about the game. So thank you guys all for watching. Thank you for your support, and I'll catch you in the next video.